Good morning. It's so wonderful to see you all here this morning. I will begin my brief remarks by acknowledging that we are on the territories of the Mississaugas of the New Credit, and by recognizing the long history of our First Nations and Métis people in Ontario. Thank you, Cheryl, for the kind introduction. That was very kind of you. I started this journey with you all. You have started long before I did, over a year ago. And to be quite honest, when I started, I didn't know a lot about FASD. There's still a lot more I don't know, but I'm learning every day. And I took this on, and the first question I asked is, what percentage of the population was affected with FASD? And there wasn't an answer, so I said, okay, I'm taking this on, and we have no idea how many people are affected. So I said, okay, I'll do this, and I met with people like FASD-ONE, Mothercraft, and a number of other organizations, and I could feel their pain and see the enthusiasm, and I jumped on board, and I believe we did some 25 roundtables, and I believe I missed one or two of them, and it was just heart-wrenching to hear their stories. So I did this and this was done over the space of a couple of months, so I spent weeks on the road. I went to places such as Moosonee and Kenora and faraway lands in Ontario. So I know Ontario very well now, I believe, and it was worth it. And then the report writing, and I sent it back maybe 4 or 5 times, because it was your stories, it was the stories of the people that were affected, and I just wanted to get it right, and hopefully I did, or hopefully we did. In the report, I don't know how many of you have read it, but it's online. So again, I am honored to be with you this morning and to share our government commitments for individuals affected by fetal alcohol spectrum disorder. I am pleased and encouraged that you continue to come together to network, share ideas and information, learn from your successes, and strengthen partnerships, it's something that we all have to work together. It's a partnership, and I am glad to be a partner with you all in this struggle to help people. And that's one of the reasons why I do what I do. I entered politics so I can make people's lives better, and hopefully I can do my little bit. And we all have to do a little bit. It's a shared responsibility to help others. So hopefully I have accomplished a little bit of that. Today's symposium highlights the importance of partnership and working together to improve outcomes for Ontarians with fetal alcohol spectrum disorder. We all know that paternal exposure to alcohol is a leading known cause of cognitive and development disability here in Ontario and all across Canada. And I believe Dr. Taylor alluded to that during his remarks. And approximately, I'll repeat it, approximately 1 in 100 Canadians is affected by FASD. But doing these roundtables, I think the prevalence is higher than that. That's my sense of it. I could be wrong. But and I think it's way too much that more than 130,000 individuals here in Ontario is living with FASD, and that's something we have to bring that number down. It's something that we have to try and eradicate, if not totally bring it down as much as we possibly can. And it can be done, as you all know, and as you all are working towards that outcome. We know that early identification, intervention, and diagnosis can alleviate the onset of secondary disabilities associated with FASD. And we know that many Aboriginal communities experience disproportionate hardship in relation to social determinants of health, for instance, addiction, poverty, and incarceration. These factors have contributed to FASD being observed at high prevalence in some Aboriginal communities across Canada. This is why the Honorable Tracy McCharles, Minister of Children and Youth Services, asked me to listen to the perspectives of families, caregivers, and service providers, and most importantly, individuals with FASD, and how to best support them. I am excited and have been very passionate about this very important work. And I truly am, and it's something that I hold dearly. And one of the promises I made, which I don't make in politics, you don't make many, I wanted to see, I wanted to see this through to the end. So I said to the minister and the premier, don't shift me to another ministry until this is completed. And they agreed to do that. And I said, I'm going to do this report. And I believe in when I do something, I want to see it through to the end, and I want to see the outcome, and I want to see solutions, and I want to see answers. So I said, I know reports have been done. This one is not going to be shelved. I want to see what's in the report, if not all of it, most of it implemented. And I've had that assurances from the government. So be patient. Okay? Over an informative and enlightening 4 months, I engaged with service providers, families, caregivers, individuals affected by FASD, researchers, clinicians, indigenous partners, and others. The stories I've heard were heartwarming and heartbreaking, each in their own very personal way. I know many of you here today participated in those discussions, and I want to thank you for sharing your stories. I have recognized many of you throughout the room who were at some of the round tables. I was touched by the unwavering sense of hope that filled the room at each and every session. While every individual I heard from, in dealing with their own set of challenging and unique circumstances, they were all optimistic, and individuals affected by FASD can reach their full potential if given the right support. And I heard that at every single session that I've attended, and that's so true. This makes our efforts to develop a responsive and tier FASD strategy all the more important. Officials from my ministry will be providing an overview on the development of this strategy in just a few minutes. And I want to encourage everyone here today to visit the ministry's website, which I alluded to earlier, and to read my report, which goes in depth on what I have heard during the roundtable sessions. FASD is a disorder that requires a comprehensive approach so we can prevent its prevalence and help those who have been diagnosed. That means that we will need to move forward in a measured and deliberate way. We need to take the time to evaluate the impact of programs, services, and support, new and old, to ensure we steer our planning efforts in the right direction and to ensure we create positive change. That is what we are striving for, and we continue to work with our partners, including FASD-ONE, to develop an Ontario FASD strategy. I want to thank FASD-ONE for continuing to engage with our government with passion and commitment as we work to make further progress in addressing the needs of those individuals living with FASD, and as we work with their families and caregivers to reduce future incidences. Please accept my best wishes for an informative and rewarding day. I would love to stay, but I have to get back to the house today because there are a couple of important votes that I can't miss. So it's not that I would love to be here to hear the presentations, and I can see from the lineup that they're all excellent and they'll be excellent presentations. So thank you so much again for inviting me here, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks so much.